Welcome to the first story corner of 2022. And it feels like ages since I've done one of these. So, this is a story with no fixed names or locations, and there are loads of different versions, some not even set in Scotland. This is the one I've seen the most often, and in my humble opinion, this is the best. So, I hope you enjoy it. Years ago, there was a traveller man who walked all over Scotland, playing his bagpipes wherever he could find people willing to pay him. We'll just call him Jock. Now, Jock wasn't the best piper in the world, but he was good enough to convince people to spare a few coins or maybe just a wee bit of food. Then again, maybe he was just so bad people were paying him to stop. Now, one very cold winter, when the snow was falling and the wind was howling, Jock the piper was desperately looking for somewhere warm to spend the night, maybe two. As he walked the road, he tripped over something buried in the snow. So, digging around to see what it was, he got a shock. It was another man, even less fortunate than Jock. He was killed by the weather, maybe even bandits, but now he was frozen solid. But he did have a nice new pair of boots on. Jock's flimsy shoes were worn through, they were so thin he could feel the cold seeping up through the base. There was almost more holes than material left. Waste not, want not, thought Jock. This chap wasn't going to be needing them anyway. So he tried to give the boots a tug, but they weren't shifted. So Jock, he pulled and he twisted and he bent the boots, and just when he gave one last almighty heave, snap, the boots came away with the feet inside them. Just a wee bit of shin bone poking through the top. Well, all he needed to do now was find somewhere warm to defrost the unfortunate soul's remains. Then he could swap them with his own. It just so happened there was a glow of a farmhouse shining in the snow not too far away. So when Jock knocked on the door, and the farmer took one look at his ragged clothes, patched up pipes and his dirty beard and said, "Not a chance. You're no coming in here." Well, Jockey offered to play his pipes as entertainment in return. The man wasn't going to change his mind. And just when the piper thought he was going to end up the same way as that man he tripped over, the farmer's wife came to the door. "Look," she said, "you can stay in the barn for tonight, but that's all. And watch out for that cow. She tends to bite." Well, beggars can't be choosers, thought Jock. So, he made his way to the barn. Since he couldn't get a fire going, he risked it, and he placed the boots right up against the sleeping cow. And he hoped the warmth of the big girl would thaw him out just enough so that he'd be able to use them tomorrow when he went on his way. And with that, he made himself a comfortable bed right in the middle of a bunch of hay, wrapped himself up like a little cocoon, and he drifted off to a blissful sleep. He was rudely awoken by a piercing scream. The farmer had come to check on Jock early in the morning and didn't see him buried away in the hay. All he saw was a pair of boots with stumps of bloody shins sticking out. "Wife! Wife! The cow's eaten the piper! What are we going to do?" Well, the farmer ran back into the house, and Jock had a wee idea. He quickly changed into his new boots, which fitted him just perfectly. And he picked up his pipes and he started to play. And he slowly marched towards the farmhouse, playing away. As the couple saw him approaching, they panicked. They thought the ghost of Jock was coming to get his revenge. And he bolted out the door and off down the track, chuckling to himself about getting his revenge. Jock wandered in to get cosy by the fire. And he even found the farmer's untouched breakfast, filled his belly for the first time in days. The mischievous piper was feeling pretty pleased with himself, until there was a knock at the door. Oh no, was the farmer back, or was maybe guards from the nearest town come to arrest him? There was only one way to find out. Jock answered the door. But before him was a man. He was so pale he was practically transparent. It looked like he even had icicles coming out of his nose. "God's man," said Jock. "Come in. You look like you're frozen to death. Get yourself into that fire, warm your toes." The man didn't smile. He just looked Jock dead in the eye. A shiver ran down his back, and the figure's raspy voice said, "I'd love to come in and warm my toes by the fire, Jock, but I don't have my feet anymore. There's Sláinte, and remember, it's never wise to wear a dead man's boots.